So your morning started and you don't know what's up. Give me your ear and a grab of your cup. It's the time of the week you've been waiting for. So tune on in and we'll give you some more. Cause there's only one show that makes you good to go. It's Cup of Joe.
Happy Thanksgiving, Rams.
And welcome back to another episode of Cup of Joe. I'm Zoe.
I'm Kiki.
Gobble gobble, Rams. 'Tis the season of Thanksgiving. And this season, we're asking, what are we thankful for? Well, we're thankful for all of our co-curriculars.
That's right, Rams. We're featuring our whole episode dedicated to our amazing co-curriculars that can be found at DePaul College Prep. Fair warning, all the co-curriculars will not be mentioned because there's so many of them and we want to give them the correct amount of time. So we'll get to you by the end of the year.
Enjoy this episode, Rams.
Oh no, I was trying to say, like, it doesn't have to be exactly that. It's just like the head.
What is your favorite thing about art club? This one, just so you know, this is my first year doing art club, but I love the fact that so many people are so excited and they just want to come and create. Like, look at this atmosphere. You don't get this anywhere else. So I'm really excited for like the feeling of everything. What things do you do?
Well, we've only had one other meeting and we did like just kind of like a free drawing thing. She'll give you an idea of what to do and then you can just go off of yourself. Like right now we're gonna make art on this cup and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do.
We are making candy corn cookies. So you know the candies that are like orange, yellow? So those are gross. Sorry if you like them, but these are not, I promise. So they just look like the candy corn cookies, but they will be more like sugar cookies or shortbread cookies. Got our mixer over there, and then we have all your ingredients here.
I should give you a unicorn.
It's fine. No.
Like the girl from Despicable Me.
So you're getting the butter soft, and then stop and then add your powdered sugar.
So green together. We're gonna make it. No, you're so cute.
It's crap about how many did you share?
No, you look so cute.
You had one memory.
Just spit in the air. Try to get in the food.
Their names through the cries, we scream their names through the pain. We scream for a safer tomorrow for those who sit in fear. We scream their names for a change. Thank you.
Yeah, get the board. Party can't talk without fire. Party ain't even a fire. Party got the dust of the board. I can't maintain cause the party of my back on. Title or affection and dictation will crush your reputation. Oh, Romeo, I'd rather you poison my heart. Tell me 23 more times and see her burning like a wish. Then we just spend the rest of my life with a half-wit imbecile.
They are a part of my history, and they are a part of our history. I wish you could really see me for me, and not think that I'll commit a robbery. If not then what you see.
We're the founders of Women in STEM. I'm the social media coordinator. Yeah, and I'm a student ambassador. So what we do is we bring in speakers and we teach young girls about possible fields in STEM, and we empower them to become more involved in the community.
So first of all, hi, thank you. I'm so glad to see so many young women interested in STEM.
What's your best tip for young women in STEM?
So I think that I would take a broad range of science classes so you understand what you're interested in and you'll get exposure to it, because things like, physics is very different than biology.
What do you think's been like the biggest success, like in like a drug that you've been able to like accomplish or like something like that?
Yeah, I think I've been I've been fortunate. I've had a lot of different experiences. I think my last, before Acceleron, I worked at a gene therapy company north of Chicago. And it was the first, so there was a disease that babies would inherit through the genetics.
How have you personally experienced sexism in the women's leadership industry? Like, I'm trying to get women's leadership roles, and how do you think is the best way to address it?
You know, I think that it's been interesting. Sometimes it's subtle, and when you're first starting out, you're like, wait, did they just say that?
But there is a museum in the South where they have an entire exhibit giving the history of this monkey image.
So we're looking at the Eugenics movement in the U.S. in the 1920s and 30s, which was basically this constructed hierarchy of racial superiority and by implication inferiority.
It was kind of for Americans to realize how superior they were to the rest of the world. A day for my grandfather in the fair would be waking up, of course, to the requirements of the fair managers. They were asked to perform dances. They were told to do some dog eating.
So that is some people's first exposure to certain Asian culture.
Fiddler. I'm the moderator of Model UN. We prepare for conferences in which we do mock committees that express world needs and world issues as well as fictional issues. And our students prepare to resolve those issues based on research and discussion.
And I like it because it's fun and there's a lot of creative committees so you can talk about all different things from kids programs.
There are images, but we also have prompts on the second slide, okay? So here's some prompts.
I'm Mrs. Beck. I'm Miss G. And we are the moderators for Ramstein Poet, which is obviously the best club ever.
Yeah.
So we are starting to hopefully compete this year again. We competed last year with young Chicago authors, Rooted and Radical. It was a great opportunity. Also, it's the safest space you'll ever be in. The energy is always there. We have open mics. We can write some poems and all that stuff. So join our club.
But we hang out. We try to do a cappella music, but sometimes we are accompanied. Right now we're just working on some fun Christmas music that we'll be singing in December. But this is a very casual, very fun choral group that likes to sing.
Stand up. If you represent any Hispanic descent.
Yes, the party was great. We were still breaking the piñata. La comida estuvo muy deliciosa. We had a blast.